Today we are going to discuss the topic is how to enable person account. Let's see here. So this is recently released by Salesforce. So previously, if you want to enable person account in your Salesforce instance, you have to raise a case with Salesforce support team. Then they will ask you to enable few prerequisites along with giving the access to Salesforce support team. What prerequisites we have to give previously? We have to create at least one record type on account object and user profile who wants to or who is going to enable person account in the system. They should have read permission on accounts and contacts, and we should maintain organization wide default settings under sharing settings for account and contact or private, or contact should be controlled by the parent. That's how we have to make sure to meet these prerequisites or to set up or to configure these prerequisites. Now, Salesforce introduced you can enable person accounts on your own risk or on in your Salesforce instance without contacting support team. They already gave complete guidance and what are the implications you have and what kind of things you have to configure while you are enabling the person account yourself. You don't need to raise the case now with support team. Okay, let's see how you can do that. Simply just set up, click on setup, and then in quick find person account. So now also same prerequisites you have to follow, guys. So simply you have to check whether organization wide defaults or both are private for both account and contacts, or otherwise contact should be controlled by the account or controlled by parent. That's the meaning of it. So if you see here, Salesforce already gave the assistant, for example, or otherwise information about setting up the person accounts. If you observe here, these are all the prerequisites you have to follow to enable the person account. If you observe here, this is grayed out, right? Enable person accounts button is grayed out. Once you configure everything what is needed to enable the person account, then only it will be enabled for enabling your person account. So here set read permissions. If you observe here, org impact acknowledgement. What it means basically, previously when you raise a support with this case, when you raise a support case with Salesforce support team, what they ask you first of all, they will ask you to acknowledge that you know the implications and you know the impact about enabling the person account in your system. The first thing is, once you enable the person account in your Salesforce instance, you can't disable it. Okay, along with that you have other things also. Once you have person account in your system, what is going to happen? It has both account and contact. Okay, let me show you. These are all the implications here. You just need to read about it, and if these implications are not impacting your Salesforce instance for your project, then only you enable person account. The first major thing is, once you enable person account, you cannot disable it. Another thing is, see, if you observe here, person account count against both account and contact storage, because each person account consists of one account and one contact. That means it's a combination of one account and contact. And person accounts can't be included in account hierarchies or contact hierarchies. You have complete data, guys, before you are going to enable. Please read through this. If these implications are not going to impact anything for our project, okay, then only you can do. And before enabling this in your production, always try to do in sandbox, one of your sandbox, then only you try to enable this in production once you see all the impacts in your project with the person account. Now, if you see here, if you say checkbox, if you check this checkbox, that means you are acknowledged that you know all the implications. Still, you want to enable the person account in your Salesforce instance. Now continue. So once done, see, it's a step-by-step process they are guiding here. And once you done, here if you see, to use person accounts, you need at least one record type set up forever for business accounts. Then only you can proceed further. Okay, this is first step. After you acknowledge, you understand about the person accounts implications. Okay, this is where you are going to start configuring something in your system. See here, setup, click on setup. Now it will be landing on object manager of account object. Okay, see here account under object manager, click on new. You can create any record type with any name. See here, for now I am creating business account. Okay, I'm making it available everything, just creating one record type, because at least one record type you have to create for your account object to enable person account. This is one of the prerequisite. Now done. I have created one record type on account. Now I have one record type on account object, that is business account. Now let's go back here and let's reload this page. Then it gives check mark. That means it automatically analyzes your system, Salesforce instance. Then it checks whether there is a account record type, at least one account record type or not. So see, this is checked. And along with that, this is already checked our profile wherever I logged in here. Our profile has the read permissions already on account and contact. Okay. Now see here, set organization wide default settings. If you see here, organization wide sharing set to controlled by parent already. You can see guys here, sharing settings. Under sharing settings, you can see your organization wide defaults. And if you want to see whether it has the read permissions or not, you can see under profile under your object. Okay, you already know that how to check this. Okay, even it gives the message if there is anything or if there is any blocker. Here if you see, there is no any blocker to enable person accounts here. Now if you see here, contact is controlled by parent. Okay, so here as part of the documentation, what is saying, either contact should be controlled by parent or otherwise both contact and account has private as a default access or a default organization wide default. Okay, this is how. Now, or this is also done. Now, what we can do, see, enable person accounts button enabled. Click on this and still see, again it is warning that you can't disable this feature once it is enabled. Of course, we know this. Enable. Now, we successfully enabled person accounts. So once you enable, you have to assign this record type for your profile. Then only you can see your person account record type while you are creating the account. Okay, now let me assign this on our profile. So profile. So here if you see here, record types. See, business account already there. Now I am assigning our person account as well. See, that's it. Save. So once you assign person account as well. Now, while you are creating the account, you can see two record types. One is you already created an object, on account object before you are enabling the person account. Another one is after you are enabling the person account, you will get the record type called person account. Okay, let me try to create a new account. Accounts tab opening here. Now new, click on new. If you observe here, this is the one. If you go to business account, there is no any difference, guys. You can see all the fields what you have here. Okay, previously also same layout whatever you have for your account before enabling the person account. But when you choose person account, you can see the difference here. Okay, you can see first name, last name, like a contact fields also appears because it's a combination of account and contact. Okay, this is how you enable person account yourself. You don't need to raise a support case, or you don't need to raise a case against Salesforce support anymore now. Salesforce introduced this feature recently. You can enable person account yourself. This is how you can enable. If you want to know about person account more, I'm going to give you a reference link under this video description. You can have a look into it. What is person account, how it works, why we need person accounts, these kind of details. You can, if you can go through that. Okay, all the best. Please subscribe to Salesforce Textbook.